totally government post. Luck nong apply. Di mana pun yo.
Daja ki eki mungkin ni paper leak lay. Kalau na breach of trust kan, kim la kan man Shaniah ke system.
Kajing pe jong akan ni ke sistem ko jong lima kalau ko ba pi ong ka dok kha ban ki ho dia kalau ko ta kajing pe jong.
As a student, so you deserve a fair examination but quality education.
Mga ka iki kun samla ki di lawai te. Ki lawai te. Ki resort jong kanu ka jaka ki di ki kena samla.
Meghalaya, once upon a time, was supposed to be known as the education hub.
Yes.
Then we were beneath Bihar. Kinsan lah ka batch na se ka kiyo ken. So there must be something because Meghalaya has been growing in most sectors except education.
Population jongka surpass ke China. Government job thing you might expect seats ka along limited.
Pine Mount, government school. But I hate that school. I know why. Kita boleh.
Te kalong ke iki ka jing sngu sarong yang batru ya ka forefront media wah kum kani ka por bar kani ka kentang dan bat nga sangut ki kun samla ka bakin ahi maki introduction kin ahi maki ya ka aka ka ngini keren ru ki benta ki bodon kam bat phi tang shwai kata na kwa ko modern hapo school introduce yela di
Keteng Danny Machring dia continue ke schooling jo Shillong College High Secondary Education but mentang Shillong Class 12 Science Stream.
Mga nga de Sean Michael Marbanyang na St. Anthony's College Economics Department.
Di Ethan Ricardo Nong Cloud na po Shillong College High Secondary Education but nga siya po Class 12.
Te ngapa na keteng meban lam ti kharmo plang. Ngala pass na Assam Numbers University kan but and recently nga join na HSFC Life.
Tak boleh sibu ni kun samla. Te smutanat ba pia dan dekat ngi hani hapo ke studio. To nganam pen slam show na maranga keren tang ngidan tang ka benta ka dei pilayu I ka JIU mentah. Hapo baro I ka ri jungi ka lalong ku matnam boleh ka jia kani.
Di mi crunch pang ni paper leak mo di perkhan. Kalong kum ka breach of trust mo. Perkhat ki bon hai khana ki kanu phau lak shi ba PA kanit kan. And ki don ka that dream ta bai kwa through this is just a stepping stone kan baki la ban kio hajing em ha career jong kita henry daja ki eki mungkin ni paper leak lay kalong na breach of trust kan kim la kan man Shaniah ke system and so that's kada de ki ba kwa ahi ban wanda kan
People sungum no Sean ka tu ka ju.
Kena ka paper leak nong in one way mo ki bon ha ki khna ki thmu ken mani pui khamtam kan ni lay klai play BBS klai pelikum klai minot bar shisnam and at the end of the day ba ki ba prepare ni ru they don't just prepare by themselves click ka coaching but because at this point can go education is an investment and education is not very cheap karam ha ban puli even if you go to the most least expensive college ru karam ha
Kanui tharai menta da fibu pili pietip ba kanui tharai ha ka jinglut
te kumba khajing so jonga ken ki ong if you get 80% and above in need kari government colleges government quota fi ken ki bon ki pass mo kane tamba ka proper person kim kot ken tiki lai so sin ru te khamtam ka bajan tam ki ko ka coaching center Shillong ka Allen ha Guwahati they have to spend like lakhs of money just to study there for coaching and they provide you with everything materials ha ka residential coaching center mentak la play Shillong ru to just imagine mo long flap pule kot tu te tamba teng pan long fitting ken sidong ka jingting hi am shobon try exam talk te kirun ki bre pat long ki baki yo kalat ken kumne bakin yo cheat ta because they know someone that from the agency like the anti agency baki day ka paper so sometimes ki bre ki ba don ka pisa ki don to the money power and the connection and ki tip ken the direct source ken ki on te ki thiet ka paper ken so just imagine te ki don tenang ta it's just kajing Shaniah ki bre ta because like sometimes la invest kat to like puli kot kat to but then long ki kwa ban pass na urwat ken ki teng ki crash course ki bon ha tang arpnai crash course with thoni te long kim ju like they're not successful at the first time so after spending so much of money they want to just study ken for MBBS directly ken to sometimes long ki bre long ki kwa ni amane pass na to te ki bakiyo kalat bun the paper to ki thiet ken and just like for 30,000 rupees so they must be saving a lot of money instead of spending lakhs of money for the coaching centers so they think that's a better alternative ken the word emphasis on alternative more because it has become an alternative now. Bakadon to ka alternative bangin lak ben thiet paper dari baka biang bhakum ke agency there'll not even be an alternative. The only alternative is to be disciplined, consistent, puli kot bha, da it's like fairness. Kumne kum si ong the fi cheat la de. Fim cheat raya ka kot. Because like for me education it's not about like getting marks more because the Indian education system is just about gaining marks.
Nan sapoi ya katu. Nan sapoi biang ya katu hadian mo. Ngia pe chuai kani kanit. Hatu kadan ka maf fisong fisia kena samla. Bakalau kadan kum ka mafia thrai. Bayat underground halor kum kini. Ni kadan hai ka syong ka telong dong jong tu jing hai ka sedang. Na
think so kila bendi na insider hi ke NTA hi
na po hi jong ka NTA.
bagi supply ka syong kalong ka jing do ko ka system ba kimla ban long kumnon syong ka paper distribution kam long fair so kum kini ki long yeng ki ba kam shedian wa dia ka ban wat ya ka kam like after spending kumbong shot lots of money in coaching centers and all so habakot they just receive notification ma like kum shipadlok nya klan ba kadan ka jing day ki question paper so kum to kadan ka kum jinglong bre ngi kwa hi ban yo be ke ka balong kham sok ma long kata ka di ka jinglong bre chingi kan so we try to buy it in such a way ba ka long secret so what after spending so much money and kidan kini ki agent like ki long kum ba kinyan ni kini ki aspirant so what ka paper leaking hi ngide banti jelio na duk ka NTA shwa ba kinam dan ki insiders ki ban leak ya ka so that's all
Tementang sunga kani ka NTA ka pet lang ka tu ka CUET deh. Te kadan problem ni halor kum kani ka CUET hadu menta long kitu belaju.
Laju thok man kena thok
Long kum do.
the kalau normally long fish you apply like not like how you usually apply since your oral number like 2-3 days before the admit card 2-3 days before the exams ke exam center the feeling ekini ki manga ngayo ka center Shaniah and Kalakshmi Plaza office yo ken the free thong to kadi be computer based so you cannot cheat the long ka paper complain chi ken because for every subject long labun subject mo it's not like one paper it's just like now let's say for UG on a top more so in one day I wrote for 3 papers ken general studies and general studies economics and English the hakajuk apolong ngadap ka way ka system balakut chikinta ka porjanga kan selain nak sekolah subject lakut ben ka porjanga ka sekolah subject de ya ka CET ta hadu mentang apa julap ka breach ni de ka biang hi
Te kum do ka NTA ka pet NTA ya kani ka eru ya ka tu ka man kani.
ni UG ho
Oh, te kum do wat ha kanu ka kom wat.
the shuong ya ka because it's a science the it's like 5 species physics chemistry mathematics physics physics chemistry maths bio the dang sau santhli subjects day if you think about in general kumatanga CET long la compile bar of subjects can keep professional courses general courses can maybe akim ayu try maybe long kidang la bakin wat kam kloi ki physics chemistry eta and plus fitep ngas ngau ka ne kan need ka bong kum iba dani mentan baki briota menta I'll go outside fitep manga tri hante ha NTA ta kim jude kim reveal because sometimes no people go to their houses can you help us if you don't kalat pen ilam sa nga kum question paper ne ke long kata data long kita ki break ba trai ro kim jude long ho if yap ong fitrai he of course like you'll say that no ba fitrai he tamba kim day ben pen to ka long dakiwan ki break long kanerik like you should not do like this you just study hard you just be fair to yourself kum ta mo because teng mentalong they'll go to their houses let's say to someone ha NTA kla try mo maybe a peon because like these are the ones who will be handling all these minor documents and all kin rashnish because if it's like someone at the upper hierarchy kum kito long they just sign they just give the order basically long hajing sung tho jong aken but then kini kum ki break kum ki peon ki bayar rapshnish kito second long there'll be like let's say kin ra ki drive shnish ne cannot keep question papers kan te kila bani ki turu and for them like if you pay them 30,000 because ngang so many sin kadi tang lai pho hajar ki data
Lai po ja.
so lai pho tam kalau penting lai pho sau pho
Ya
tam
kan papers kita dibagi dah kilak gitu.
the
At
kila
the
ruang
beginning, 3 lakhs.
long kibon te like see there are different price range no like different people charge differently
Different states.
Hoi.
Different states. Yeah. Pi dan apa Assam deh. Kalau gumnus. Pilalap kiki. Hakapor Fiden dan Bosco University.
I won't say more. Kum tam pat ju lap dengan arba ngiru ba ngia bilang ba ka buat la jong bejam. So yang ki papers ki abet from the board kan ambet only from the administrative staff direct check exam hall yang kan. Tambah ya kan pat bingi pet it's the chain of custody kala he shoot ta de perkat let's say more so ma fi di meet aspirant more and fila ko bentot the let's say I'm at NT I'm one of the people working at the agency kan the ka paper pat kumbongi Sean tan ru kaya ling ba bun te ki breu so kalong ka chain of custody kan the ngapa aku emphasize on one thing kan like maybe there could be a breach kan in this chain of custody model let's say ka paper kumbongan adap sign na ni from the agency kaya ling ba sa Ethan na Ethan di minyak so Sean di minyak sa badani na pi na badani pat finally kan poisha pi si aspirants if there's a breach just within this also ngimla ata no maybe what if NTA is doing a proper job mo and let's say during during one of the processes kan in the step ka ayun kan ka thut na then there's hangtang tu sya adul ka breach and it could happen te ba happening na kiniro kala dan ka jing thut te the hap ya long review hakin mo ka chain of custody ro
Mo kadang ya changa te what if mga pat long shondor nga simot tanga diken. So that's the thing no because like komentar deflate try hero they always do police verification if you hire anyone at like a help at home because of all these things long ya long so say ka jing Shaniah ta long kibriyo if you hire ke ka kamla jong ro fin hire ibri ba Shaniah komentar kumhangne kumhan media house jong firu fin hire kibri ki ba Shaniah mentally I guess wadang ya internship di ba Shaniah ka college am fi internship ki kena fi mi thu yang ni kadi ka jing Shaniah jong yang di flan fi itu ki kena otherwise why would you give like a total stranger without any verification because we come from good colleges you know the college exists so if we do anything ila bakla mangi fila ban report iki mentors jing sa college te long kalong ta
Te to mentana ka need ka poi ban ka philai I ba ka thnam pat ka poi sha u uni u
so no moncha
sunam monchuk what ka ministry la ni ka government ru kalong responsible emang ni
I feel it is responsible more because the day if anything comes about education kish change tang syllabus they either like omit some courses or they add more courses mentaro since I'm part of the new education policy like under NEHU which is very new like I'm the let's just say I won't say I'm a guinea pig batch but then like para separang is ambil mangi tegi guinea pigs ta we're just being tested so just imagine more long kat kena UG level Hashtayo long mentasing ada exams ngan your office ni next year on exams and all major papers long that is the kind of pressure we have there so one thing is also the pressure can try long maybe ki can need it's a very difficult exam and crack ro then maybe that's the pressure can try maybe you kim lak record show maybe they doubt themselves as human beings we always doubt ourselves jadi kata nak raw kin sa thiet ken biki yo lat ki ikin kalat ong la ban thi paper maybe kan rap yang tikit hien bakadun kalat ta da kamdon kalat phim la hira baki brief kum kadon kalat kishim kalat long they are just taking the opportunity that they get can just to crack the need because sometimes like most people after doing coaching they don't crack the need and people after cracking the need also they don't get the minimum percentage to get into the government quota because studying in MBBS in private colleges is very expensive karamha the government colleges mentaro klaramha te menta with NEP mo nang ifiam nang ka college ta kumpor balik ngalin kong clean office mang ba ka fee structure nang kom no yong ne kan syuram ta admission fees kum kadang ki semester kan sa hiarken kyong kata kadai ka old system elective system te menta bet NEP ka fees ka kyo bet te kalong ong ta mo te imagine long after paying so much of fees so much of money but then if you don't pass well you don't do well because of the pressure and everything long kadang ka jing smusi because education is an investment and like some people they even take student loans especially to study MBA to study at IIM to the kilak ar phau lai phau sa phau lak dong kam bet and living expenses ru jong tamba why do we go to study there because starting package ru dari bafila deb MBA fin yo lai phau sa phau lak So she keep on paying the student loan ken. It's like a burden there long kandan te ka jing jar mo tiki jing jar kin don em na yeng ru. They were quite like it's the pressure that's built up ken. But there's an alternative ka yo ki tiki lat ban thiet kin kita. Kum ki paper needs to. So I think that's basically because people see the pressure there on like students are struggling a lot because I think like even when I was in class 10 my mom was like, why did you take science? Not because I like social studies. So Malayo a lot, you you missed upon the golden opportunity. So that's like the basic mentality that if you take science, you're just the smartest person on earth. If you take arts, you're just like the dumbest person on earth. So let me tell you something, one empirical evidence. So there was a class 10 topper. He got the first rank in the entire state, high and boss. And he took arts. So is he so dumb because he took arts? The fact that he was a topper. The contradiction, no?
Nomor beli ngapik nga mangi hayi nga sem ru de. Laduk mensua. Ngepik bit tangi kita ki doktor, ki engineers, ki lawyers. Ti mentah kani li ngapik kani ka football, kani ka tu job ka milik kai ka Spain Argentina ni but ngai ka ecosystem lani kan komplek kai football shamar but Shaniah ka perte Syatay pila dan lupa ka talent tula ai ti ben perumi tu ka talent. Ni padang ni ngangam kuat balik science kumong mentan ai sure nong hana mentan kam ngam kuat balik science siapen bor ti. Pila su balik pihak balik science ba tang ka science dan scope.
Ayo kambil. It's like they say science will open many opportunities. But mga hatu apon mo berkat. Dari pangasim science that's bio. Yang asim lebih the computer here. Even in arts, I took computer more. Then after that, obviously I have to go for something like maybe engineering here after because I don't take bio ta. So I can't go for MBBS ni anything life science. Have a bit physical science kan. Then time it's like one is life science, one is physical science. Because I can't see belong after 12 I'm taking an science. Then why would I take a subject that I don't even know what to do about? Mentap ko macam arts long nar macam apa kan macam arts ngale kumta but tambah papa jangan apa yang empat macam kau man upuli hi utai ta mentap ko people bor pa dom la puli pa dom don suka interest because for me kalau very self interested what I do more long if I'm passionate about it if I'm interested ngale bhabikin mentap fin ang kon ong nga kesyon le katai tama orang ni ngam danang bhat ya te fin pha nga te ngam dam le bhakakam te mafiru long just for the sake long mafi don kambre fin chu pa kum to kam long like you want the best person at work right mentar ready kum hang ni ro kim ki camera person te don pat ki tibet bha ban ka sound fin pa ban drink video dam yang ka angle but mono ban loss mafi kari kata ke that's all like for me I'm more like I do what I like so I think like before te dang ret tam hap long obedient am hiang te papa pa long ikam long supportive am yang Umat pulih ka buku antai mo and then after 12 ki kemter mga sim ka subject ay ro yang layo admission ho ang layo mayo ko sim ke ang sim economics papa ka tame mga bala sim syo ka nga best papa te ong pa te sim English kam long yo kam sok mo nga ni ngam sutenat papa long kalong boring ha kita ngan pulih la yo mo te yang pa te beli te sim ikiwe kan nga ni ngam sutenat te ngan pensim kum no kum nga sim ru ngang puli tang ka degree long la su pulim dan pasiem jun kajing so tho mgio try tempor exam ngang chumi not tamunyo marks takan layo kata menta if you ask me bang puli but long senat long I'll do research about finance ki entrepreneurship ki EKA long senat umto kan even kan ka media field long as isu tenat hamo ting yo ha college tam gin internship sub ka subject kan bang internship kali sis pa marks mo te ngale internship media house kom kadi emergence sama online mora te fee set intern sang ne
ngidon
itu kidi nak media be dai kita media department
kidan ru kata gin ngana kani ngadang ong hak NEP ka kadan kadi ke internship ka baki ai mo de kila ai internship tapi kidan ki khna ki bomdei na ka media studies lada kemdei na ka media mo ki poi pat ha ka media kidan ru ki khna ki bangal ngila lap ang ni ki bomdei na media studies ki dei na kumanta let's say philosophy te wat hapo ki IPO la ni internship kini ki school ru la ni ki wig jaka ki yo ru ya ki student ki badai ni ki background repair Hatu kam pen kelumar
am ka shang ha department mo tiki
Ma school mentah mentah philosophy pen ke school kamdan kani ka subject kam philosophy ini penrung hai.
te for me kan long I HOD jong ada yang ini am te kan ni mafis the first batch ngin I ka liberty fee because internship basically they want us to be ready for the corporate world ne the working world kan ka jing so thu jong hikai jong no hikai jong ni yang pat feel like kat bamon difficult long klap penuran provide IPO singi mo te the film so tenat kine feel abon wat hi kan long what you like te long ngai a chance ng report to work in the media kum to bakini kina media am to mo te ngaso tenat ha tamba kasim jing pa yang bangam di long ngam de bi ukna media te like from the course study am te ning kon ngasim jing because ka ne kalang media ka bobun kam ha it takes a lot of patience da mengapa langsung ngaduna kata ka patience kan tiki parok jang apa ki beli amat nga ki sutenat ha ki ampai ngayo le editing to parok jang ati don reki mai roma bi sutenat le editing am tiki sobang yang ani ngatang sobang ha bi le editing tiki don luba try ha arts and culture ki amba oh I love history kum tam tang yo ngarong library kita yo iki books bamji issue mishwa long we have the liberty kum taken because internship according to our teachers can long for us is we're not restricting you just because you're from economics go work in a bank or work anything related to economics can we have given you the liberty but when you explore can there she seen more tangi try ni pen shooting video about kasi bloods in what ben release ko ka kila release last year tengah poin ka ube jen miet temo mi tengah ong mes ani ka ube je mo jen miet mo ki don ki container te long asalia mo ka ube jen miet ti ong pat yang imes pat they perkat this is like the real world you can't go and long flat try fit also ni ngam lar ben kom ka ube jen miet jadi katakan long that is what they meant the few ka kam fin up try ka kam because you can't say that kali portia jang la de porpoi ka pori yang jonga so they want us to have that working experience kan kalong kumno because in ha class long ban chukran te kita te ngila hi ban kran kumno ma tamba actually being there for it was really difficult la khit la try mate na step hab one biang hab lom hab lang bar khoi ka kam ka ka jinja ha so that is what our teachers wanted us to learn te kidong pa ki department ki ong kumne te fishim something related to your major or something related to your VTC vocational training course kan kadi kata long ka shong ba ha ka jing kha department ro kata long ki su thop ma long ka feel jong ki long om nota te don por jong ar am long ki tre ki khna par ka commerce ma ki le ha ka CA firm ki don pat ki la yo ban tre ha ki ni ki company sum to tamba ki to pat they focus more on finance kan but some of them ki kwa pat ki na commerce am ki kwa ban le ha ka no ka jaka bari accounting kadi kata kan we have that liberty ta long for so that because at the end of the day long mentangas tengah pun economics long apa pun try hakalan economics yang kadang asal simpan ka subject ro dari bangam try hakan ka subject long dalam kan try nak lan tengah nomsion lan kan subject
Ti mentah pot uniu meban pada fidan apa HDFC ni. Te pi pot ladang ngepek kani internship ngatrai pila sedang kam kloi ma pi internship kelong kumno. Pi ngasngunga pila kam sedang kloi kumangai ngatip na pi ken.
As it is more the talking about the topic of internship kalong it's very relevant also can in at least our career because starting off you start off through an intern being an intern can and kuma mention is Sean also like your teachers did mention like this if you can take an internship you take it related to your field and kalong important shata more like I want to stress on that because at least being here in Meghalaya also the opportunities are limited. We do have very limited opportunities more. Kiduna ki opportunities ta. Te page ru ki companies ni kam duna hi. So sometimes let's say kuma I was specialized in HRM human resources. Te banwat human resources also ka internship in that field was not so easy kan. But then when you do get in that field ka yarap later on ta when you're actually searching for a job ka yarap narba you have that relevant experience kan. Sibuk kung mental lada ngade kena HR mo but then ngale internship hakaway let's say ka due to limited opportunities let's say nga shurung na internship anywhere kat bangayo let's say nga shurung na finance mo kindiat later on pada aku akan come related to my field. I specialize in HR nga apa sa subject that's my field. Nga what kam hata ka that field. Tambah ke internship jong apa kadin ki iba kadin finance kan. Kalong irrelevant kan. I have zero relevant experience tambah ladang ayo hang tu HR when I go later on dang what kam haka line HR hi at least nga I done a few months of relevant experience kan. And kumbong siya ni kadai it does help you prepare for the corporate world it gives you the word I really want to emphasize here is context kan. It gives you a very good context as to what you're going to work in and what you can expect later on now minta shibu nga enter finance and then nga wat kampat hakam HR ngamdan nga context nghabzang completely new as a fresher bit that's one thing and it's very important.
Dani, nama fiti fidang di kena dang.
Class 12.
Class 12. Fiti pihak create.
Yes.
Pila long ready.
Feel ready kena balik.
Ready ka long kami kan mentally pila long prepared nem. Long pila stu pila i kini ki jia.
Wah.
Pila sngo kumnu hakaliang jo pi i ladi menta ladi i sans nem na nispos nem na ni to sngo kumnu pila long ready lupa makibun ki kenrum kenram pila i.
So hangat ya kalong after 12 long kumbai ngai yo so like long bang seek guidance kan long ba degree long it's obvious dia long hara kan
Hafi
long ngai yo so long ki om ta degree is obvious after 12 you just go it for professional courses long ka job opportunity tu kan come down kan
long mana ba ong kani long
long
snow
long dengan discuss friends group
tamot kamantoy shu kalong ka degree
yeah.
Mga tangan ong it does not really harm mo kata jing degree and all because in the end of the day we should not stop ourselves from educating ourselves. Naba kumbreu da khen lampat yo kam means kibun kibru kibabu jimut kumni after 12 kan wat kam ngan le kata le ata. Tamba let's say kibun kibru bam yo re kam te basuk am sa yo kam ru kata. So it's better ba fin late ka degree tamba don't go somewhere where you don't like to go ta. Long late ka iba fi yet ka jing bot jangan kalong tang
Ka jimut jangan apa kalong ba after 12 long ke skills wa fidan long bete itu ka skills so like yeah ka sub so as you can see hakan ni ka you generation jingi long kibuan pa ki unemployment so lada ngikwa ban face kata unemployment ni day ban focus ki you jingi kan ki skills jingi kenang bangin yo ban sing business and all
te to ngadan ni ka wika kani ka magazine mo kani ka de nadu usnam hajar khat saw laslem ha kani nga bu mo kadi halor ke university ki khot e ka pe mo what can India learn from mo te nga shupuli de ka pareng dengan sa ai ba khasi kin kadan hang ni ha ka page 37 no kani uni professor Yashpal mo ong kumni mo schools are focused on getting high percentage to students not creativity. Schools are focused on getting high percentage to students not creativity. Te kala pendu no kamut ki school menta kibun stang ka baki kwa ban pendap ya kanika syllabus. Daladap ke syllabus kamut ki kwa baki kena baki nyo ka percentage ka behe kan kajiayu pat namar ladangilik biang hakum kani ka need mo ka exam ka ba hadin kum kini ki UPSC ru kidan man tau kena ukre ki snem pimyo shu ban le lani pila poi la over age lani pim kwa shu la di bandan te pi sko kum dol la di bandan no da kawi ka komti kini ki kena wat tek pe ka kena ajungi menta ka suicide labun labun dan pass exam Shani tu ngampat dayo sengu Shate sya kiwiki jaka ki state la yo duna ka marks ta te la kanthi la shom to la bu telai la ni ola ot ka kti la jong la ni la di dagabi dinum dei te long hangno te nginia wat ni gitu ki bangin plug ki gaps ken la ni kum PCA ki kena samla. Hey.
Kum ong kini saya kini nikah kelas 12 temo. Even I was at that time ong perkat kan ba kibris ong dalam 12 lanyo penyok kam direct. But they don't think about the bigger opportunities saya primo lang even reflect pulir Fili bentep ke subject i besyam. Mentah kum kibrik ong tengah di education major mo after this ngan competitive exams. How can you do competitive exams if you don't study political science, economics, history? Because these are the most relevant questions kawish kata mo. Te berokhat kisi ong kadi like don't get wrong information kan. Mentali mensyo mangi long paya long techno savvy ki AI mentali AI test sok bah. If you want anything mensyo te Google ru kadon tambah kam jinja when you want information Then with AI like good proper if you give proper information the proper questions ka feedback kum proper information sta. Kelum ta te kawai mo mangaru syuaha pawajang sin anti college ngadi hadeshif ken. Ngas dang kharwai harus saw je ka classes. Te ngasi susna ban debate kum to. Te kum ngasapoi hakane ka show bisi itu ikong ibanori bangali le debate national college. Nang to ken is identify Lady bangamle kini long it's not about just blaming the system or anything long kadi naladir ken mo long
Naladi.
kadi jitmu ken long naladir long it's not like phimla ban thap ti tang shlengti like both hands have to to make a sound you have to clap with both hands kadi kata shkoi mo long just blaming like ban blame game ni besok ngala ban blame ni
Kamu ben kena yang nu kadi ka busuk.
ka besok ban kena lai tangwa kadi naladir long like practice what you preach ken Jadi kata mo long da filap fin ong kiwe yala jong film di utau bre uba practice man ka sinya kata ka jing ong jumpi te kum kini se long ran su thu kidang ya khna dang long pai su thu than ta
Kajing pe jonga kani ka system ko jong ni ma kalong ko ba phi ong ka dok kha ban ki ho dia kalong kum ta kajing pe jonga it's like that tang kata hi so kawai ka opportunities ka don tang ba most of them don't even know the opportunities mo
jadi kata
Nakabuong ithin mental nga so kawai kan awareness koi mo and kumbong isyon also like kadai ban wan ladi mo then what can the system do maybe provide more support kan if anything more support in terms of maybe say career consultations mo but kumi ithin by Danny Liam ki barang ya they're like still
transition phase mo
distance is hard so as much awareness as much information they can get that much more clarity ta kinyo kidang kamlong kanang they can support kan what exact steps can help ya without any information without any support from the system they might just be like everyone else can choose following what the society says okay kumbong syam tan at 12 syam science or cuz why not kumbong being science means you're the smartest person in the room maybe try in the same way can so like that's just societal what society has put upon us and like the best way is the system can provide support so that every one of us, like at least these two people right here, can really understand what career options are open to them, what opportunities are open to them, so that they can make the best use of their time and resources.
Kadi kata awareness mo that she seen along ngalit siya UCC College last year NSS Festival. Kiwan for familiar ki interns mo siya tiro long yiplap ng clips ito ta. There was some government officials they were talking about we have social media handle kita mo how come you don't know I was like how am I supposed to know when you don't tell us tingin tip siya mo it's like we were like having a rebuttal long debate mo it's like tamba long since he's a elder type ya respect him habi kan jai da halas biang tong sia lengo nga te as a student of St. Anthony's College ngatip ki principal jangi long kinyarap khna te long if you want awareness how college jangi Nira will have all the students number of rule in book ki posters ki token ki Instagram handles menta mangamo kum ka prime Meghalaya long I never heard about it ngam jitup kadi ke imo te kadon kini ki siang entrepreneurship development cells in every college but in every college it's named differently kan kidum IQAC Hansis kai sakai te long dang tengah I was like wondering ni what's long kadon ko ka room ta long fancy habi itnat ha kum ka lounge type mo I want to go there ngakak bentik beri so I gather information mana kibra dalam pantai it's a center for incubation ideation and entrepreneurship ta ketika tadi it's basically an initiative started by Prime Meghalaya to promote entrepreneurship kan
hang tu apa sinantris
I mean every college kidon edmonds kadon kadika it is known as entrepreneurship development cell they have in Shillong College Sudan, Edmonds Sudan, Kidon UCC College Kidon kin sa Jawai Kidon kita mo. Tamba you need to have long imangi pangidon imam na jini mo. di coordinator jang katakan di encourage ngi kini pelik kita for ideation innovation ngi lech sha. First of all, we need to have an idea. Because before you start an entrepreneurship something, habdan ka idea am fin aka. Then we do incubation ken. Long lapet ken kum kini ki targeted audience janga kini ki break in yang kini long just like honing long enhancing our skills into the field of entrepreneurship. And if page in chief minister jangiro I jingkerman hay berok hot kamtam kan entrepreneurship. Like just don't totally government post. Lak nong apply. Demona pun yo. And plus ki categories you done, especially government like ST quota shwa. That is a sports quota te ST ru last first sports or first ST. Na ST don't sport like a sport. Don't PWD lite na can show area. Mio show area tiki way like. And then even if you're along the top scorer, reservation quota is very important more. But kanya ka way on a personal experience kan. Por bang apply, mungkin sih long apply university Shabar tambah long mentat dengan nasyam yang ka fourth year kan, apply mo. For ST ang kabun privilege Shabar, but ha Meghalaya pa ngim suthora. Ngaru ang parlong I never felt so privileged in my life. Magari ST. Ha shilong ang pa yung ka privilege. Tang pro scholarship. Oh ST mo yo ba. Tang ka por mo shilong long ka privilege ka donta because ngim don awareness ta. Tambah long hikajing em ki guide bakin mo. Deflate hang ta pin expect kata hang ta pin expect kata long ki guide hata. So guidance is very important. But mentam long bun kla tipkin what is awareness long they need to give awareness about everything ta. Especially in the field of education like honest. Education it's expensive. Men sure ka necessity the mensha mentab alai ka it's like it has become expensive ken. You may be like kemungkinan ki paro jong amo ki start ha ki minat ha tambah ki ma persi sham ki jinjan ni. Kata ri ka wi shamo. The long the jinjani yang pursue jinjaram. Even if you want to go to the top central universities through long tangya katuram kla jinjarta because even central universities have become a bit more expensive. A bit because kam tamangi beri na northeast region. Ini sa shabar. Ka living long da kala bentat ka fees ke ai. Kala benduna ka living expense pan ka day to day life
Kena
ka
jusa pi shabu.
mengapa jusara.
Pi.
Long tambang ada research kan kita. Long dangal kata they long clap and breakdown ta like la thoam like for ST let's say IIT mo for STM the tuition fee is 0% lang 0 by cloud wave the entire tuition fee finlut tangka mess fees hostel fees tang kita ken finlut te tang kita kum ka Hyderabad University pan yang sini jong for ST ka hostel di free long ki ai ki perks im to ta long ki bon mo tamba kita se bikile che kan step kum mangiru it's like always gather information ta long nang bi benwar ke mo
Is education lani ka puli puthi ka de tang bandi urban ni klet no iki ya kanong kendong namang ngai i ngilapit palat tang shani menin kadang mi kani ka school performing index kadang palat da fia pit pikai kendiat news mo what education minister rembui la pelat ya katu ka performance in grading index pelat ya katu kala sulong bit dang ipit di to kalong ka school katu Joyti Srot kalong ningkong tambah dia pit ting di shalong kendong dan pit syuk ti kalong ka lens jungi ka fokus ka khmat jungi kala fokus bit tangas hasar ti ngai isen kamtam kini ki bawan na po ki pi tharai piadani ki perlok bawan kini ki time nong bersawai sini tamun syong bersawai sini ru ki hap support ya ni ka jungki ya ka bai wai jungki ka bai bam ke jungki ki dance ki para ki jungki ki salang ki puli lang ti phim sung namar ka education jungi de ngalong ngai sen palat de kala long kum ong pi mentan ru kala rem te kan ong ki school mentaru ka bai school ru kala
RM hi
UV dari samsot tang ka kot ru ki kot ru ban thiet le te
ani kot mentali kiram ha
ngali via begitu ka buy free textbook sidan mo sigi free ayo semua ni am
Ia cepo lah juga so.
it's for mo free buy free textbook laju page pi
ira ta
Gida-gidan gitu free textbooks bagi ai. Tembang ngapit nga ka quality jung ti free textbook dang wan pat ka tu ngalak ban wan pat sei ka wi pat ka benta. Mano ban pedeng jung people ayo. Yo ban prepare na tu ka CM guidebook.
Batching.
Long kuno experience.
Puar ba experience ya. Kalau katu ka puar pa am kadan ka jingmut fi ba ida kan wan ne am nan tu. Long idan namaran tu ka tho 80% kan one
80% kan kaput prapo persen kan wan apok ka.
guidebook.
Ta.
So tu puar nga tuition. So ti tutor jangai yang ba wajish prepare than na ka guidebook andre da thorough lam ka book lu actual textbook. So what I side by side kunto ban puar da poi exam pat long mostly ki one na tu guidebook da long na onta. So it's first time metric so but you face long aspect itu ki question paper previous year tang ba ka long ba long kala kamsuk dah. Just be honest ba kamsuk.
Ya kumba yung ba dia ni ru. Hoi kalau suk ha ka batch jong and kum ki khana ki dom ki khana ki bam dala than mo ban puli em tu man hakini man hato por ka batch jong ki bon ki ba your first division ru. Te it's not bangan you mo tambah the competition kan it's very high at that time. Naba nan pe kai kum ki khana ki balong ba kham start ru teng ki sha shin pass ki khana ba you take the most hardworking students ram they lack at that time na babale ki long ki dependent raha ka guidebook kidan ma ki kam trust ka guidebook nata kada tanda ta hinga
Te hakabat je fi mo kat nong poi top 20.
Top 20 means film ong na
Long hakabat je fi ta ki kna all over Meghalaya ken ngasmo it was a very big number ma poi had top 20 list.
oh it was a big
Kat nong
number.
tharai
80 of them I think.
how can 80 students make the top 20? Kata shkoi mo long it's like very unreal am to la pan poi at phoing ngot at phula at phusan because lang ki share rank mo tamba 80 students so it's like it has become very easy one way tamba kawai mon ong kawai am maybe am kana guidebook is like a very bad thing mo when me mo when you already have the core book
Ketuka
so ka textbook bla prescribe bita te puli nam to long I guidance ken the ta ka previous year's question papers so baro ka easy check mo the mentam the guidebook ngam paji kalau komno ki questions long bit what is this I answer direct na
Like 200 MCQs kawai kas 200 to 20. Like out of them 30 gimana?
30 BM there is like it has become way easier for them to probably mangi you study the entire chapter any question can come it's like the analytical the logical thinking the cognitive thinking ti ki do no in one way that's one thing because like as a human being like education should make you smarter not dumber not easy because like learning something is never easy more like to analytical thinking logical thinking no cognitive thinking like to be reasonable can ka do no am kita ro if you're given like prepared questions like tikna ban yo people are partly like hotly tikna ban yo te like homa sayo so like that has become very easy
Ini dah Kenya kata tu what dia kata ka 20 marks tu kala yo tu na po internal assessment ru kan tu internal assessment katu pakaya ikuno tu internal assessment bat katu kilale bit na po school bit ki base hapo ki ai ha ka kadan ka project kadan ka test perkat lang turu bat lang turu tu mo cover ru pai ding
mentam si ong komne musho si ong ka ba ban pass nowadays it's difficult to fail
ka ban fail
ban fail ka jinja ban fail nasi ke mamo per mentan ki class 12 ruta mutas ngi ong hikai nga bang kinoi hikai class 12 mo ki ong am klai internals kan class 12 ka arts probably mga am top shis pa marks paper mo ani miss like this is the first batch on they've started with this miss for our batch you have to read the entire thing hapuli bar ko way bar khat mo khamtam kum ki english mo ki english lay long hapuli ka story hap su thu am and what if they ask like it belong twisted questions like the co long like reading in between the lines yang kito am english poetry like english literature there if I look at guidebook questions kum to like they lose that touch there because literature is such a beautiful subject you need to understand it and the puli tin su thu am like Harry Potter series like they always say the book is better than the movie
mana boleh apit film
Harry Potter The ngatab like I love like I can say that like ong am the
Okay.
book is better.
Apa itu?
Kalau tak kan long you lose that touch there because if you don't read properly long already prepared questions kelawan then kum tapat long kelas sok hata long ki knar long kelas say they take it easy kan. They no longer think that like studying is very difficult. Jadi ki kena ki bla puli bla minat bha bla sutuk bha ya ka question ya ka topic gitu you ask them any question in the world from that topic can tip can. If you are given like ready-made answers, ready-made questions, can tip channel. It's like they are studying but limited knowledge. Long they are studying long limitedly can. They're not studying up to the full potential can. Tiki do no katar haka tmu jang ka guidebook.
I agree. Kay ibong Sean also nga siya may kanipor mga pulih asama. And it's when students from here na may kaya da kimi siya barang ka pera. The competition siya bar kalong it's so fierce
Kamu ba?
like kasi ngayon even I just studied ang hati asam ng boss. Tang asam here mo siya ka la pera the level of competition. The brightest student here might just be say just above average taken. Kalau hadok atakan.
Dalit kena balak liap hanang ni. Dalit yang ni siya tay pat umum no. Piong fi kamu.
Might just be above average kan. Tang tahe. Kalau it's at that level there, Shabaran, the competition is so high ba when kadi kumbaong tan mo, you're getting these freebies free textbook, these CM guidebooks they'll help you pass the exam. They don't help you like, develop ata. Na because kumbaong siya, it limits ka abo ka limit kinyan to. La so that you have that resource, if you ask ka non binang to, fila Shaniah tang hito bita. You don't go beyond it kan. If you go beyond it, sa kan ba there's so much more kalong karang vast issue ata. Tambah because along dependent tang hiti way source la set lupa ka limit kan. And so once you go outside part where people are like they don't just depend on one source. Kitu la Kawai textbook they might have 5-6 other textbooks also might be completely out syllabus also. Tambah kilong it's at that level the competition baki durut bita. They always want to get ahead kan. So ladang compare student bala only dependent on this source. The student bala who's going above and beyond Shabaram, you can really see a difference there. And there's a lot of things also more like a way students from Meghalaya are a bit shy, a bit timid also yung po Shabaram. Kileran. And this is one of my conversations with one of my classmates kami Shayam. During we used to have kiniki presentations there. And that's where some of our students really lack. I really saw it. Ukuli kanya hawang bali mo na Meghalaya nga so ka best am ka education te bali pat kami habariwan kren kami pat kilong leeran kimla araban kren. Tengok what exactly do you think kuno kaya ka system Meghalaya mo ubatay kan. And he was telling me their system hantayam ka develop your student not just that technical knowledge it's also that core skills that communication, presentation skills, how you interpersonal skills kini baro am hikay ban like how you interact with other humans as a public speaking is a very important skill
Correct.
it's one thing which we don't really teach that much kan chini kan tama shabar it's very normal like it's integrating to the subject and so the way they're teaching outside maybe tang asam shabang so and it really shows mo. So I think like that's one thing we can also have to work on chini side. The system can really help improve more on our core skills also apart from just technical skills and really like not limit students to just a single source like encourage them provide the support so that they can not depend on one source and like go above and beyond kat bakidang la support we provide that support I feel kala kata really bring about a really big change
ka baong li Sean ma ba kabuk kalimit ni hot kabuk ma kalimit mar balai ni la pulih bit take time to guidebook there like without borrowing the actual book like a core just imagine science kadan katnya and social also ka kamruban ni class that so they're compressing with just katnya book so I think so ka nilak ka basics ndo but andang ila pursue part 11-12 part kala kam shong jing ni we have to put more efforts
Kamu kelapan if ida lapoi kelas 11 nama iti basics iti berfidan kamu pi ha kelas 10 kamu nadan rakan ka long hakapor jong PCA kelas 10 experience ka jong pi ka long kumno jong PCA rangut kamu yang ni pe dan pi pelad kena college kena college na kelas 10 kini belah kami experience kendiat tinya dan ngi kwa ban pliu jumut ti kendiat halor kita gi experience
Kumaha ka batch yung it was still better mo sa nababalay ngi yo akam hadin ka guidebook. Not from the start. Ngi yo akam hadin like in the month of November or October, something like that. Ngi yo ka guidebook. And ngi tip na do nang sedang daba can change ka pattern of questions. Kan one life totally ka MCQ. But we did not know ba kan don ka you can ka guidebook. So
create na textbook
pabasdang ngi create na textbook pabasdang ngi create na textbook tangba kila debatay kini ngi ba kan sa don life totally MCQ haka yun hakan ni ka metric ka jongi tangba anto pon ngi long stressful ha because MCQ system ba labak la ka silom ta ni long iti ha to po te po ba yo guidebook we did not trust the guidebook because we were the first batch then after the first examination yo iba kata ka guidebook ka bon share questions ki bawan bet na po guidebook it's not just the MCQ even the ki short answers even the long answers are there in the guidebook
Tebak kilawan dot na apa guidebook. Tebak mentang textbook ni lihat nusu. Kata kan di kajing keli ke ba.
Dia kengat ya kini sedang di kelas tu mau pat talk kini ki exam sa ita. So there's something called as the reasoning portion gitu talk si ETA yang. Kemudian kin I fi ka question very application based uta. Kamtam alis mangai economics ka ikum ta ken. Kemudian choose the best answer. All the answers look they are the best answers. They kata the cognitive skills, the analytical thinking skills kan. If you don't definitely study limitedly kum kita kiri MCQs pa film kom descriptive but if you jet betang MCQ answers hat ko por film akum no pa if you prepare because ka NTA kena bet this is the syllabus the questions will be from these topics and ka shisha pa to long you need to thinking so dari kane kaya kumta like give the best answer because all the answers seem correct they are correct only tamba tangkat notally but long the best answer they want the best answer kan definitely akum no kata long kari kawai kata mo long ka joke jene after the guidebook ta kin sado no kata that touch can because like that's how because even in reality if you try to the long fiap thing of the best possible way to do things there's like that only no they come tam kum yang like from personal experience I would have loved having a hands-on experience on learning kin like very practical learning ta kidon kino hikai long kisutho kipen in that way but katupat kadai they going out of long kadai kajing smutanat ka the also kajing kapassion jong kin because tunat ban hikai they long di bang sutho khamtam kum ki math si kum shos yang mo ni embossed the hikai te yang lengthy ha kin methods like ICSE pak project ICSE or this question we do it in like 3 steps 4 steps kata ada long compare ka technique ta di no hikai kum to long kadai ka technique ta kadai ata long maybe if the government especially the education sector the ki schools and colleges they second you have to teach them so that they actually learn we're not just mug up like there's something called by heart or because if you learn experientially like creatively if you learn you'll remember no mentak ko short am dang spelling dictation kito ismina now what is a projectile ni projectile ka ikatan long nilap meaning this is an object so this is the projectile is throw from to long ila tip from to ken so very experiential long katam ka di dikidi no hikai te long kipen hikai bahayangi long kino tam but katapat it's not all teachers not all human beings will be the same fi pen hikai ka style jong ko le ko jong ki dom pe no hikai they teach you just for the sake of the salary also might be that
Ketu kin kwa bafila yo bon kata dei kiden ki long meneng kwa bon kata tang kendiat mo mentang ngila yo bade ki bon ki benta halor nadu iti crisis itu balaja syati Delhi ngila poi bade hajala la jong ngila I rupat kajing im jong pisia shimet iwi te kalong kumno te kumba mentan ong shon halor kanika mentan
ong teach for the sake of the salary
hoi te menta kum kino hikai pikhen ka di responsibility ka ba long kidi belong responsible ni enough ni menta pe mo teng kino hikai ha pendap B.Ed M.Ted utubi kai college ha pendap net na kibun ki procedure kino hikai to le siula benden degree sibun tang den kasap hikai
kadi kata
kadi kata ka bang asilingo dangale siyeng ru si perkhat hatu menta ngan ong bet keno tang yu Sorkar telah dang ngapit pat kidan kinu hikai ki balik si kidan kiri basibun bah kala bandap ke file kat ni ru raben the file ru la kali ngala den experience kata haba khadu pat dala dei ban wan ha katu ko badai shisha katu ko por badi ban hikai dei kila benar-benar memang ngalap ya ladi arpusan sena menshwa kino hikai ki jongi kim dadan kita ki degree ki mabun tambah kerkom hikai ke jungki kawan na mensim de kalau long kum bong ngakren shisin ha kani Rynsan hi ya I win pring ino hikai banga strat hi iba bat scam tawa te mai ngilai kren hadin peliru halor kani ke jing kren ba to be a teacher ban long no hikai don compassion ne em don kam ne em nakani ka mensim nang ni mensim hi bangin hikai de dei ben suang bet larung ha classroom larung ha po college university ngile kat bamon bong ong kren shon mentan te wan na tulok te pangmet pi pen sukwa kom tu fiu fin long ni de kren ni ta dani juga menta ngang li sim kelas CV ngasuan temen pendep fi nong bet tengah ngam slai re dep de ki stu ngang ngam tip
I've done my duty lawan si kental lah hikai.
Ngala 9 minit fi ngala I lecture ri ngala krat la biang. Tapi pan ngala melek kai ke jing im jong pi pan. Ngam kwa pada ban penjot pi. Manga ka I ki khun samla ki di ki lawei te. Ki lawei te. Ki resort jong kanu ka jaka ki di ki kena samla. Mangi ngi shule kumno ki riu rang ba ke banga ngala ban kerpat ruang ni ki shu kalong ngi ai men se mi pi. Pisia te babat pidan hapi hite usabi jongga imlang salang te poya ka tu ka ICSE mo ICSE to menta ICSE embus CBSE pisia kanu babiang tamdo
Te kawai mo si ong mga mo because I have friends from all three boards ngari embos yang ka ba haban score pipuli kat nona ka shisha te ki CBSE pa ki ong ka basuk haban score pipuli mala because long kadika pattern of writing ta kata te kadika bakanang ka bakadika nang ka board ken nong kumangi kna embos te menta ha under ni hu ken you have talk hasan marks question bajong ngapal bla melien te ngala ken ipol jong an SBSE she was in her Indian BSF commerce yong ya ken I was among the top 6 best performing students in Meghalaya iwan hani hu ito embos style im laban score te long different universities they teach in different ways kalau tak te kata pat te long bamlah mo tamba long we cannot have something very uniform te long kadon hi kum ki benefits ki advantage kum dom to tamba but do kum khamtam ka science economics commerce ki to te ki both schools through they follow the CBSE syllabus momenta but the questions what keep here ken for economics like I guess in MBOS like getting 80s like wow, so high in 80 high both. For CBSE in economics, is scoring 99, 98. For the same subject I study in class 12, the same syllabus, because and then my project young for you all to be just mugging up there. You don't understand. For us, we have to understand like this much. We're having like 2-3 exams nowadays. They kata kapun iam kum ka board they make the effort kin. Ba long nginshim syo katang MCQ test. Bikin tip long kumno dan sistem so descriptive hadin bangos maso CBSE pattern la yakin to kishim aratli exam sa shisnam kishim to embos but is just like kamin ka dewet tang ka board si and mentally lapan suk shiso supplement rodon lahang tu jo usnam hadin benai with guidebook with supplement fi kwa so ka easy life
piladan kum kitu piece ke supplementary hak pojong pi namar PPD gitu ka batch thrai dan
ni dan
Timur kio ben le biang.
Kio anda biang.
Bad people.
Tak.
Sekian kiat feel ada mentah kamu ki feel baru exam dan tangi ki subject.
Kiyo ada feel baru subject lu kiyo ben tho you supplement.
Kelong sakit. Tambah one thing
Ta.
maybe this is a bit political or like the bias more. The education once upon a time was Meghalaya.
Kini kejelak.
Once upon a time was supposed to be known as the education hub.
Deh.
Then we were beneath Bihar. Kumkaran ko index long kla down ha jangi mo and then kinsan la ka batch no se ka kiu ken so there must be something because Meghalaya has been growing in most sectors except education so that may be some and then the moment the guidebook came in kaya chlor so we can't because everything links back to the because long overall growth yang because as the economy needs to grow, the overall growth is very important to show that we are the best. And even the chief minister also proposed that we want to turn it into 10 billion economy. And mentata ning kong te long mentang ifiam long kum kat bile ma iken kamtam mentak lak mi kena ka bos jongi. Te ketika bos belum green te by the government they charge by the kilometer tengah sa approach long mo. Te na saumer chiteng hadu ha governors house ha call chunga kishim reporting ka bai kali because long ketika kilometer kata ki charge reporting ka bai kali mo. Te katuru te kairap hai ki brio kum kam tang nong bela ki beli trai sha am sha kala chu stay mo. Te katur long ilale ki long ikin katur bi leb ha. And then ini isa ke entrepreneurship ru ka kum ka funding se ru mensure si ong ka azam business ngadon kata tambangan no pisa. Te katuru ila ai ka opportunity. Te teng long if you have the tambah ka space rum danra bani yali ibu kita. Te mentalan ka ha prime ghari long you can have a unit ki ai kita ken mo long ila le bha kita long we because list ong seeing is believing. Te kelak ki bha ki all sectors but mo tambah education public once the CM book came on Kau mustn't meet kata kau education because at the end of the day kita kiba tukar grading system basi om kasi grade index is they'll just check only the pass percentage ta can grade long they don't really go into ngam tip kaya kum no tamai long hakajing sutho jonga ne kajing mot jonga thrai ngasu assume kata long kin pet long the pass percentage of every state kum kat note how many dropouts are there how many of them are still going to school can check kita can kill mo even for UGC you can check like to get that A+ NAC accreditation ta long for a college it has to be good long pass over can have the activities have the then you'll get the grading the yodi kataru something very very political because every sector has been touched it has been growing entrepreneurship sector has been growing the public sector kum kamtam ka transportation te banyak yaki pajba mo we can move from one part of the city to the other part ang reporting ka takla irap bham Tekatung UI, Teklakiu ha, and festivals. Imagine international pop stars coming to Shillong, which was like a dream. Bangi berma, ni tem yo poi yo isuk Brian Adams se ero. Poi hang ne, the festivals kita the ong ke tourism ko abu samanta because of the chief minister's work long initiative long abu ne ki belong dali ma hi te bangi long social media lo ketika wei kalenti klap niat bah. Do we see boom can like overall the only thing that was untouched was education I feel. Now very less spoken of but the moment barok hot but 80 students made the top 20 bro pass with distinctions many distinctions especially with like there was a pattern I feel the like people who got distinctions were mostly like science maths English health but the common distinction subjective which is very difficult to score also has always been science and maths Mentapa it's science ki yob distinction. Hakato ka pulong haba siya sa biela ken. It was very common ha. Kambay ngayo bang apuli ba kam tang apuli to ngayo ba to. Because science is one of the most difficult subjects to get distinction. Only if you had gone like to a very good tutor na labyang na school long kinboni am kita tiki yob haken. As kam tam na sir. Tading ikan national punong pat mo. There come time like chemistry, you need a lab, proper science lab. Should they put access to? They have all these small government schools, tiki stone there, tiki foundation stone inaugurated by Hindi Pekka Condition School, Jingson tanga washroom, tanga umrum dan bopli. And how can
this naibha ki school kumbaong shon? Ki school Sorkar, ki bulan stay pit man pit ka condition kumbaong shon. Garu Hills ringat what Garu Hills nga try kani kala man day sunrise na man siya kadan hakakenro kadan nga bah ka jak ukna ula ban mi tan na po ay na classroom ula ban mi te finong kumno ta ka porslap pi kumamanta kumoong shon usia mula long one man army
just the other day on mo long sparlop ni kranta nga if the kam ka FIFA mo Kariya Polo the constituency Polo to what is the MLA doing dawli bro kasi no I feel like MLA ki sangkain tali mo no like I feel because usiam tali bro khat kum to support I was like you know as mangi kum ki bring iki nya king strat ban kran you know especially like I won't say mocking but then show long strat long like sarcasm type to one extend like meme type ta chief minister he's very good in branding himself everywhere you see his photo is there because open kan mga le mo and then like we call it branding you know I promote hayala there and if you see on his Instagram page kalbi sila see can you identify this place, I've been here long ipen ikan ma bakadon kita jaka but MLA mentah form ji idor shi irang mungkin mau mono ki MLA mentaro syok so tempat election ki shmi khmat uta VPP uta NPP uta after that lingam ji issue bakin it's just like opposition problem and tangkatahi like I don't really see them doing much work because like kane ka notion ka struck hangata ka idea nga the ule chief minister polo like it's like kan hab ka constituency sha te ha golfing ngamte constituency you there shouldn't be the MLA of the local constituency doing that. Why is the chief minister doing that initiative? And even if the chief minister is doing, the MLA can say, it's my constituency, let me do it. No, what should I do sitting at home? Look, you umpawi am to upaw tong tumarway hita. The one-man army boom. If like one person is doing everything, then the rest of us just syong kaya labiang.
Dengan kerana ni mo hagani ka Rynsan long nganam issue na ka jingkli shabarin. Iu la le bha long credit has to be given more. Otherwise the rest of them eating you eat bikin tray Namar long most of the effort ting like school like play katay the rest of the team laja. Te umdan show te kumuong ka support system kumdan. Te menta to ngiya biang siya katuka lan mo jong education system. Now the sad part ka basosi bhanang ni kalong kibon na pedeng ki hakani ka rijungi kibon ki kena samla 35-40% kena samla jungi kibon de nakitu ki 35-40% ngiyo ipat kibon na ki kena jungi bom dan kam dan jam habakado ladap piladap pikwa to ngan kli dani na Ethan pikwa beli sekolah ni college ka sole aim objective jung PDKA Bafinyo kam di nam dei ngatrai kam dei bafinong ngakwa ngan song hayin ndei ra tementa unemployment crisis ngidan kaniru ngidan
te ngan ong shukaway kamtam kari India mo we have surpassed China population ru te kaway am ba kema chief minister ong ta kumne like fitip unemployment crisis ko anga manero if you apply she probably ka post phola ki breva apply te ka to shwama te ula ai jingmut kin utoro ka entrepreneurship you are not just earning for yourself, you're also generating employment. Because menta dang nga ka brand, ka business jong. Ang hap haye ki bro like especially the local people be samar jan rim to. Just like generate long fiat perkat in that way ta. Long when you do something you try to think about if I do this, it's like I'm also generating employment The ka way shaw dikatakin because employment crisis ta ka long jinjar ha, especially with like a densely populated state in a country like India. Because you cannot expect everyone to get the same job, same monotonous job long you hapwat kalat kalinti the kawai wa jumot kata mo like he really emphasized on entrepreneurship nowadays and plus if you support no uru ni ka bahe support the just recently mo lang mentata yauta ngarang one station bhoi ngur ai ka digital capacity building yaki nongsor India ki was mathanjan ki weavers station dan kon mo the e-result village ngun here the shatir long kidon kasap kidon ke tambah long berpripat long kim danang ben new social media ben kin sell products ngi hikai katoken te kato kadi a part of entrepreneurship kanir kum garina lingba chief minister hi long ipin hikai ki lingi onken the best content creator long tang na para maki kum kat balik bha bala ben post bha content kin siok ka price kan sedan ko ki event menta kin siok ka price long open bu utur support u ai to support kadi an initiative by the Department of Textiles and Mass Media Department of St. Anthony's College
okay dan lang kiete
lang ho te mangina Anthony's kin initiative mo balik pin hikaya ki te long kidon ka phone kidon ki aka mo tambah long kim pat nang ban use pat kidon bopri tang Facebook Instagram rekum dan hakane ka joke perkhat kim pat nang penongkam long kinang teman shondor kum tum malah long kum to te kidon ka phone ne tam call tam param ki spet YouTube to kidon ki sang yang pat ijon ti wi kong mo ibu stenat ha long kum ne la hikai ta ngam nangan mi nong ata ngam nang ra kong ale habi kai bang pi hap ndei bam nang hap nang hi yang pat nong start tam so thot te hadim pat long ngilik nang shathir long nila ya kram ki nong so ai mos the ki weavers ta ki ongam ngin pha ki khon jang kla kham nang kham start mo te ki khon jang ki pitap long you expect khna cluster there'll be very fluent good in English we had to do translation Dia kum ngiwan rak kum ka ad agency, kum marketing agency, kum ka digital fuel. Ki penyat kum iba pinat kum kitu kum dek hasi ayam. They obviously long translating and these high fashion words, high sound long ki vocabulary ba jinjar kum tam mo ban translation lai from English to hasi. They long kidi kita kan long ite bo ni ka government mo kidon kini initiative kita itu kan bo bagi apa ni bagi support kan mo kita ki local weavers ki funding ki book initiative. Dari bambu mangir empowership here. That we can see along they really support entrepreneurship there because like especially in Meghalaya we have like so many untapped resources. Mentally being a local guide also you earn a lot there. Tekaturu because of tourism through Instagram. That she say malong alik kabin hikai. Yang Sean tomorrow you like will go for trekking. I have hired a local guide. This on the local guide isong mat ngama. Di ang ngaba de kum no ma visit don kum kini kum siok ki customers ai ma ngasi post do Instagram te ki siok customers Instagram kan. Dalam long kilhak buat lenti dah kita sih kelawat kan so and then I guess even tourism nowadays has become very popular even and you can see also the like the local body over here long they really support tourism kita tambah like tourism for long kalat kalenti ki I can long it's not just like government jobs it will give you them everything kan kamri tang ka kam Sorkar ka ka kam ka bayok pisatam like businesses they earn like more than government employees then in one day you can earn like a revenue or of 5 lakhs in a day definitely come tam ki textile industry supply chain state long kadi ka mindset long fin kan kano ka kam ni ka kam ka berat ka ba ne ka bahia long fidi benle kan komentar long ki khau kam tam ki break ki bisna ka brand mo kisna ne brand ibaret ba kam tam ke et ka Birkenstock ne ki ek ngotor ka
Slipper
ka tore
slipper
misong long apet ka story ki ong am udi buri am udi wadok ha usna tang local to mo mentap it has become such a big brand it has become like a luxury brand kan. So it's like untuk long entrepreneurship like innovation gitu itu long we should support kan like long kamtam kum ki I feel kum kamtam kini komentate it's like ki kena si orang ki baju bet I'm one of them. Ada baju I lat rai.
Dani ni keren halor unemployment menta. Pigin. Ya ladi ru lang na marwa bali fee fin late shate ka pidan 11 or 12 day 12 hadinta ter unemployment happy kalong kumno
unemployment
kum kena samla
kum bang Sean mah ka content creator hot ka boost ham dashboard like you can earn a lot the hot government jobs su gil ka India ka di on top mah cái population jong ka surpass ka China so government job thing you might ban expect with such lamar government job ka long ayuta ka seats ka long limited as compared but ka population jing so kawai ngide ban you work on skills ta
umaban yang mani
work on skills untuk seng kam na di untuk yo ban ai opportunity swat sai ki bai kum ki juniors jingi no kim yo kam ngin khot iki ni to
Bang Dani, like going on this topic, we are very long, spoon fed,
Spoon fed ya.
Spoon fed. Mo, la pun biang kat ni we already have everything we need tak away. But still everyone just wants a government job. Why security? Security that you can't deny it. Mo, for most cases very secure. Then here part we just talk about Meghalaya kan people only depend on that. Tak away kishu shong ying, kishu create code. Without any guarantee that already adds up to the population of unemployed people to shut away. And they could also make the best use of their time by again entrepreneurship, and I also am a hard advocate for that. The entire concept of entrepreneurship and being able to start something up for yourself and also banwan ra ki beri fi apun biang ka shong baibam pinbiang ka baibam for a person and his family being able to provide for a person's family by providing him a job, it's already a very high, I think it's very high, what do you call it, achievement, a very good achievement for a person. Sabar, ngarit parlok sabar, Mumbai, Delhi, they don't really care about government jobs. The companies they pay much higher than the government. Baru si sabar kia kuat bandung company Ba ubre wana bar, ka government job bandung company Hang ni pat the opposite kan. Hang ni we only want government job. That's one. It's a mindset problem. Kuwait it's a mindset problem.
Beli kalong ta.
I feel kadi macam example kerja jom visa ta.
Tak, kerja jom.
Am long kelayat non mo syama.
Hot.
No fi your government jobs ang ko umpok leo. So that's the word umpok leo because ngai semua lojong ki umpok leo nga. Ngan le kata ni what if I want to explore the world. Like I want to go on a European tour. Can I take my entire family with my government salary, which is very man kash post increment la man ka khat san increment. Kalau kum ta am like side hustle hab don kim tom like long ye kwa im suk hi am kwa am explore ni stay kum the ki way ki bre ki laban explore te bling mangi ring laban explore because kadi ka mindset ta long fya perkhat mo long jude kem pressurize ho of laban guide ajing mud ajing aim mo tam teng am is like forcing your opinions being too opinionated can long should never force long ho of laban tamo te ngan I different shom perap sa kata mo pa ajing mud I opinions ay mo ngan I fi mo but then I should long dang I opinion I should make sure that I don't force my opinions on them can because di kelas tak hang nete ushon ang kumda dengan di balik kumda kan dan mentamo ko mga ngas student ni debate lech ne stay nga but do you like debate I can teach you how to do all these things public speaking tamba you can always give it a try you should always try more you should always try something you want because once you try fit mo kari ka jing ne debate jong aro kas dang na parol jong yang sure the please pendai partner ne debate parol jong mo long ikwa partner ti because debate I just went ngampat ti he ban le debate kam noru te ngasu use long search ki materials man kran ke aka ta han to na AI hi te harin la dam tiki don hikai ki judge mo de tang interdepartmental ha college ta so ampai shon fitem ngai fidon mo ka sap mo te definite debate te ngong de fi ai opportunity ngalet mo sa AI ko si opportunity yang bani le debate ngalet ken nak from job ra but then I got the experience nga stenat ko boleh debate te AI ti ong AI biang so sien ngalet nga job long ka di ka stenat te long dong iong AI ka opportunity nga I took it then I was good at it then I started doing it regularly kan kadi kum baong kum ko opportunity de fio long dari long I come first in it is saying to opinions jong I de mentapat the AI be mangkisin when research long I have a publication right now mangkisin but i David Kachandi National College imo la klabon kini ki authors all over Shillong so tang isa no hikai jingi isa nang yaisan ikot yanga ba yarin chetia I junior janga ki students we were the only students in that publication te bekedi abi ang ti kikli no hikai kan sir fit if you want right ki students fi mo yakam te nga kwa ban ai lat ikne se kan bikin learn kan mo bang I beki le bah tengah ai kan kumne and menta nowadays if you see MUN's model United Nations very famous there's like public speaking can like how a parliament works ta like it's like a model United Nations how ketua tengah le ketua mo ngam su tenat ra tengah no long ngam su tenat phat tamba the fact that I'm a debater tengah di tenat am untuk bakren tamo tamba I didn't like it because I was like ni ngam le am stenat ta and I was not even very good at it also but then debate is something else no it's like passion the power the driven fit up she saying I'm dan EV speaker mo it was like AI and education the topic has in college tu ngak dei kom imam iban mauriam tengong Mr Speaker sir how many years did it take you to complete your PhD yung 5 years with AI 5 seconds so it's like long kadang tu Israel ami trai tu long pensrai long setrak kum le kum tu ta tambe MUN plus like long wasn't really long like that is like proper thorough research very kumtaken
Itu dani buat Ethan mo. Nomor fisia fidang dei badang kena apa. Unemployment nomor PP entrepreneur. Ti kumau feminist skills. Pisngo PP kwa hai long menta tongi ba ngini dan lang ka balance mo ngin ai lang ba ka tarjur ka namno than syaka Sorkar ka namno than syaka ya ka jingyo kam. Kum saya ingin kum ka megalaya kum ka state megalaya menta kadi benle yupat kum ki kena samla baka namno than shaniru ka namno than shaniru
Kawai kadai ka jingmo je perkhat dala dia hilong ka exposure
ka mindset
yes the mentality
ka kom perkhat da jungi ka hap pher
long kawai nga kombai ang miban gingi long sput fat palat kadai ka
ngila susha nadu dang rit mo
and kauรู้ก็ได้บางงิมอยู่ระงิมลอง expose ท่านเลยครับอยู่ครับประเทศกับประชาชนลอง the real world ก็ลองตาก็ได้
พี่เชื่อเป็ดฟิล์มเนี่ยแต่พี่เป็ดกุมกินี่ก็ทรายกี่ฟิล์มก็ตัวจงhadu mentara ngapek ngadai ngadang internet kata ko film kelas kali tu 12 nak ni katu ngatrai 12 feel kai man sim
Oh, 12 feel,
12 feel kai man sim ha dang ngapek nga long kom ya gamdai tang bangin pek bu le exam UPSC kena mo kabadai shisha katu di tu beriu basa sia tamang I kum ki beriu ki basa shabar ki kham dei baki ong kim tristom bangiru ngila te tambang ngi jitu palat phi katu ka jing jitu ka jungi dei ka ring no yang ni te
Become limited to something.
hoi nomor unemployment ka jing bom yo kam yo jam ngam thrai re saungut na preng jung phi phinim yo kam yo bai ti kana phedan ka sap kata te mla len ublei la ai phi la banong bom ai
Tamba hajing mo jongaken nas ko am long kibun ketika awareness ta.
Awareness.
Dari am mga long ki government ki initiative EM is like mga community primary halia. Dari ba khamde hinala de han tip shna kita mo. Long hap tip hinala long dari bakala promote ba like book banners, book posters at least long dingiya isrok in tip am kibun ki bremon kim use phone ro. Tadi ki use Instagram ai kim tip kin man use kum noro. Long follow the correct channels. Long kari kam tam dengan follow ki correct channels dan deki post kita ki social media handle ru mangingim tip ra.
Teto. Swaban penkut ya kani ka Rynsan ka jongi ka jinga kren ka strat ha. Tamba nga kwa ru bo fin ai men sim pat di tang ya ki ban pek bon ya kani ka program. Tamba ha ki lai benta mo, la ki lai benta iwe hap ai kalong kum ka khubor jong phi namar nga ngadan ko bi ka kot hang ni bat nga ngam kwa ba kan long kum ni mo ka ri jungi kum kani ka kot the end of India ka jong Kushwan Singh ngam kwa ba ka ri jonga kani ka ri ba nga it ngala im ngala ba kan pat kan pra te hapisia saungut nga kwa ban sedang shwa la ban sedang menu ka khubor kan dei ning kong du yaki kami ki kwa ka khubor ya ki kun samla kum jong phi bat ka khubor pare kan le chaka Sorkar le se pidan ki ka ba phi kwa hi ban batai bakin ai guidance ne ni ban yalam lenti chaka badai
Sean pun kot kwa banong ba kawai ngidai ban stop blaming you know long ngidai ban keno you know ngidai ban sedang shan ada dia but kawai ru as a student so ngi deserve ya ka fair examination but quality education
to kata kadai phi ai sin ai ka message to phi dan ka message ki ya ka ya ki kmi ki pa
dan ka message ba long hot ma I may jong ai you put pressure kan rai nga yong be what ba nga ayu class 10 ru yong choose kan no stream kat pam la ya ngapat to ko por nga don interest ya ka science so nga choose science so mena kan ri yong la de 12 mun ayu so nga degree te nga so ta ngan no de ki professional courses no so I support hi ta so ya ki parents on squad I message ba give support ma to your kids you know
I support iki kun ki ti la jong the I support kumba kren I dani ba ya ki parents la ni ki kmi ki pa ba pe ya kani ka program ba kin ya rap iki kun ki ti la jong ki ba ha ka jing im ni iki kun ki ti la jong ta ba ni hap I man si mi ki ha ka puli ka pathi kumba ong dani te ya ki khna samla phila ong pat nai kno iwe ya tre shitop ta
Te ya kimi pa mong ong am long teng te de kim le bhagi khon ki kum ki mai ken. Ki mai ya ha. I feel as if you all the psychological traits as sung si hiam studio men same am long dari bam le bha se long ai jing kermen kin mo em khon phila ban le bha sho kan support kin bong ibadani pia ki support kin long jide long kidon am long ki tem e bha hado am long ki do men same no the teng thrai kini ki society kai ki societal cases ro might be of the kadika pressure ta te long dam le bha ni ngam I will never make it in life I'll be like a nobody in life kadi kom tam long teng long fio du na ma song to khon slep bha next time supply bha sho ken long ho te de le bha m ji de le kum ne mo long lap ni vyang la phai si school bha school yo te da fitep kum ngia kamai ru ma phinya la le bha pi sei mo te long support te long tam long dip te ban long chu ya pen e than pen ai long teng ki bon ki phat yeng ru ha to pressure ka jing ting yong ani hamla ka test hamla exam la fail ngai zero te ki long ki ting okin long berkin approach ki me pa ken te kata ro long jidai mo long hab ya ajing kermen long supportive mo long kren ka jing et ta long be reasonable ken long hab ikren ka jing et mo long dafla ya tem than la ya mai than long studio man sim sung cm te long ka sakut sa ken ni mun tang ham ya byang ka te ham ya bha than re long la puli tambang am la re te long ning tang isi yang sa sho sa mai kum ta te long ki tien an ken te teng ki bon ha ki kes ba ki kla jama kla phat na yeng kin jon phai shu ra te long ka jing et ta kata long teng ho ai guidance ki dong kam guidance kum ki khon ki kti mo long ki khlong kham tam kum class ten support ha do class support long kam guidance ki ke am ti kum ni la kham he te long la kham don ka jing su tho jing e mo tambah ka dikata kan long judai ban asu ai jing kermen mi ki khon mo de ki le ki long kum ta kan teng kum na pa ni long ngam ko police show ra bom sung la no de te man ta pa de bong tu ni ne khna police show la jot ki ong ta kham tam ka tai ka kan tin ka ban kong wi kin ong da video khna bu pulia ki ong be khna bu bhaw tips ni da video khna u long bom police show be au ti khna tu la jot ka jing em la jong la pen jot jing no jong te ki ta ki kan tin kim judai man yos no ki khna la de na ro dang ret lai so kom ta te like ngin pa thu kin ka bot i kata long ngin so be ka pas ni long ya ni al jot ta ma long la kham he pa ka don ka mental understanding ta long mangi menta long ngi su thu am long kom no ma de long ka jing jot long ka jing mot jing ki pa ka bot da me la bha man puli bha ma si jin jar jing em ta ma ti ka ta ka ken tien ta si ong am like ka ken tien ka dei kom ka wat ka bo ot ha ba pang ha da ot krim ta ken long they should be supportive kum to and I jing kermen bi ken mo long khon te lek wa mon long puli bha fi ko le he fi ko puli you long in support bi fi mo tamba phia bi ka linti ka ba bad kum ta ken long ka di ka tien te ka ni kong
Tien mo tam.
ha ka tien ka ba tam si ong ken bi ong am like sharp words cuts faster than a knife kum ta ken te le kum ta
To mi ka pa ya ki khna samla ba.
ikna samlaru long teng ho long ba ong a hi ya ki mi pa teng di mai mo long take it in because ki mai phi bi ki da ki mai phi kim ra because kum ne kan man ta de fi ong ke ma fi nga mo de fi ajing sneng nga ba fi nga fan ajing sneng am de fi sngo nga fan ong am ule ki none of my business not my problem di khun jonga ngan le yu manga ka long ta kan mo te long sho ai long ya ki khna mo long de ki mai teng long take it positively fit tip kum nga am bang le concert mo ha class 12 ta ngayo tang san po history nga tang sle ba history mo imes yang ila dam ha yang am jupli ko chute finla kum no artayo kham kran yang nga sngo yu pha jadi pa am file kum ne shon ha bo am nan pha thop bar khoi ar pholi ku sing ka bon to phitip phidap phemdap phap tho bar khoi long ka de ka jing snang bi e janga min snang yang dem e snang le yu te ha to ka po long te ka long ta ka long thum ba ka de ka jing e jong e isngo tna nga isu snang ken te even if you long sha snang sha you long don't take it negatively ta da long teng ho long fa pe ka tun ka jing e mo long teng pat ho ki dom mo ki long ki snew long ki snang ro am na ki kran si ong na kan parsi de si ong ha kan parsi to long it's like they are insulting you kan long you have to know the difference kan mo different long na kan parsi kum to kan insulting ta now that's not a good way for a teacher to approach ro tamba as a student but if you are being guided properly de ki kran bha kran snang kum to de ki mai teng kum to long take it and long positively kan mo long bam je de kan mai par khat than long abi sung e jang istuna yang maybe she sees I have the potential to do better ngan dipen bha kum ta par khat long be optimistic there long par khat ba bha ba because young is the way you think there if par khat ka bha ba kan yat bha be hi de teng pat long de par khat sni long depression im tale ni khna class dang 11 years ni my mom scolded me today and now I have depression Kalau long kumta because kenapa ki start ha. Long they know such words te porjangi. Syak baik la shuyam la adab la kelat no depression no nothing. Kumta la kham start kan mo ke dokumen nak cepat la kham start ya. Kalau kumta kan long ka weisho long just think properly, long take it in positively. Kali like hap long positive, but keren bah long perkat bah ikan. Dia kata ngau long more like don't play the blame game, perkat bah la jong. Dia de community smile, de senang ru, take it positively kan. Long they kan ban ya perkat long ani ila mai ngat ngam ni ngai si tengam mai syura. Just take it positive. Tang kata hi.
Ti kabakat du pat kadi namta ke Sorkar pat.
Ke Sorkar. The Sorkar ru kedan ni especially right to education. Like thadu kha South Stem bit more. I feel kha South Stem is not even the age where you are still in class 10 ru more. Ngaso kha san kan recent talk ka board exams then maybe especially for the underprivileged more. Long bakin yo kala kham tam ki under bakham dunata kum ka naying ru more. The ka kham tam rural areas. Long kidi ban provide proper schooling, proper teachers, like special teachers can maybe like proper training and how to cater to them more. Long making yo to ka and maybe free education come tam long kandong tiki kum sha sorry kira ban afford. Hane hasor jungi kadon a very good school ban you like for the underprivileged hasor Shillong Katlam sa Paimon government school, but I hate that school. I know why. Kita boleh dia ngan oi fi kena Paimon posh, very posh government school meant for the underprivileged. Kimdei kane kon oi fi kamdei ka bakno ki me pa ki khalin to ka school kishma admission kin like why you taking privileged students in your schools, why the elites, not even elites, the elitist people go there. Ki kena underprivileged, can they afford to go to school by car? No. Dia kali kumta mo long kineam kum kap long club ben ki kena pain mong ki mi pa club ben dom yang am yong ani ki kren banyak school jonga tambah kan ne kam ni jemak la fi bakashim admission ta ka school te fee se fee like am. Dia kata so that's something the government should do about. More like the underprivileged can share ladap ka seats dah. And then many even hasor long among hasor ki bobon for underprivileged more. They at least kadon ko ka school ka pain mon ka school ka ba best tam ka school ru kam dei ka ba best ka school pain mon ki kran tayam ki puli bha ki nang bha long they have all the facilities, the creativity, everything. They are very smart, very ani tang create English to sell te class ngobi hiam jing fluent bha ki nang bha proper education. But the people along the students that go there, they come from very good families. Taken on ki mi papa ti menta ki kha ki kunjung English you always have Loreto, ICSE, girls school. You always have MPPS. Taken time long ki kha into they can easily afford these schools. But the government can ba kishim ki khna te kishim admission ka school kini ki khna from these backgrounds. So they should deny access to students who come from such affluent backgrounds te nakada te kadi kata ka government ka way mo or maybe like have more schools like Paimons and maybe with the current school with
Tong di bandan shu kum ong fi kat kum ka khubor jong fi Sorkar bakan chna bun school shu kum ki Paimon kin.
But make sure only the underprivileged, the needy
Ki bak ki jenjar kin yo rung hang tu. Tang ki jenjar kamut balong kum ba ong and then ka Paimon tambai kin yo tang ki tu ki bala kamwan na ki long ying long sem ki bala kambit kambiang ki bala bru dan hak tu ka bak halor ka bakila ban penbiang penbit iki kon ki ti tabak kami hap shoot kum ba ong mapi mentan.
Then she say more like ting she sing for jonga long I just wanted a reaction tengah provoke long provoke stuff more ne ngong ati li APS high school ngong obviously you can afford an expensive school because you went to Paimon and then itu pa yong like you're not wrong, okay, because I've never paid fees since class 8. This long she has never paid fees long you pay fees and the pirut tang kidunaha less than 5,000 or less than 10,000, which is I think it's very less. We need to look into that because I don't have proper information about that. Matama karet hakapai mo because fees bro ikitip kata mo but that is one mentality of that girl no long kadi jing song thok mo yong ken obviously because long apa long live in time but because they take admissions there, it's a good school, it's near my house, so why wouldn't I go to such a good school more? All of us we want to get to go to good schools. It's a good school, not like it's nothing long, there's nothing to hide about. But then kadika administration hi bakashim affluent students. There why would they even take people like students from like do we need to give an income certificate when taban admissions pa maun neka payslip lah ai or maybe they take because of the payslip tharai ro mabun tip mo or earning like annual income 7 lakhs 10 lakhs 1 crore these are the kind of students we need to help to hold the high status in society because they have good educators. That's why they have good products. Paimon are very good products because they have good educators. Just because you're from an affluent family, it does not make you very affluent, long very good as a student. Beki biang jing hikai, tekal mutakan mo, tekal mutakan long. The government should look into that, long, especially with the current school that's there, right in the center of the city, the hub. There, kadi koi katahe mo long. They should look into it, ken, and. With the current, I think many Paimon might hate me right now. Ngaruk ngabun part on Paimon, kita si orang menu Sean am ubben hai kes ko jengi. You know, like long as to not te ban pendam yaki kes am like the moment you talk about school fin kren kum ta wi hin kadang juga kren ni feel but like I'm trying to like my like ban that kat jong kita ngalong. But then I cannot force my opinions on them. So this is something that the government should look into upon, because I feel out of all, we talk about schools education, but just in general, we don't talk about specific schools. So even as Sorkar, we organize one event Hanika Shillong Secondary School, being yachish more. Even Katuro Kadeka school long not very creamy schools like Anthony's, Edmonds, Loreto, long like non-creamy schools class 10, class 12 they don't have the knowledge that we students who went to Anthony's Edmonds have. We study in the same state, same locality, but just because they have just because like we went to better schools, like good schools in Shillong, we have like more knowledge, like we are like more confident. Kita upat bapli long because long ki school bakam dunahin dia, take knowledge ke dunah ki kini long simple ha. Even in the urban area, we still have schools that are still portraying the rural area streets.
Kabadang long kumbadong siya
Long kundong ken long
kadan hani
knowledge hoy.
Kadan ha Shillong kidang long kumbadong siya po tayo na kundong
Ka knowledge wise ken. Long tama so long kumtakan like the best school is Paimon, like be good as them but take only the needy most students.
Kulay shibun Sean kulay shibun ngan late pat yo Ethan nong cloud
Kumahanga te
yang kong do ye ki kena kimik pa
kumyanga kan image nga ru ilong supportive pa hakapor banga pass metric ikham clear me college stream dapat na lurang snanga ong ngali science because I had that yuta banga ka mon ma banga le shimi ka to stream na ba and I had big dreams bro natakadaw te image nga ilong supportive ha ta hoy don kipor ba ilong question nga na ba imdayo iya ka bakrekot ba tangba still I did perform good and to port EU alishim admission na portion of college just that ki kmik pa shukwa ban amba ki dem long supportive hoy kindon ki jingruna ki khon tangba there'll always be another try ru kilab another chance na ba ngan ong kani ka result khamtam ha ka metric any results mo not just ya ka metric tangba kumang the first thing ba no my biggest achievement was metric for me the kum ka jing ong jonga te long kmik pa ki long de ben long supportive ba de ba ki khon khamla le ba still I chance be ki ba can pursue be ki ba ki kwa mo long it's because they wanted it and obviously they lara de ba ki kwa sha na du min sim kin dum le kam kai kalong ta ka jing mut jonga ba sha ki khna ka de tang ka we consistency nga kwa ba kin don long kum ngaru ila jong nga kwa hi bangan don kata ka imo ka treat ban long consistent ban don discipline and kawi ka mentality ban long hard work beats talent
kakin long way mo kajing trish tom ka Sorkar pa
ya ka Sorkar kumba ila ong iba shon ma kum ki school ki bon ba ki school ki barit ma kum ha social long ki ba long ngan ong kim yo than ya kata ka privilege mo ban you bakin poja khamat kum ngaru ngam wan na ka school ka balong ka bala pau ba tang balong still we did good ki students jong kila bha tang ba ngapet kawai am kila long kumbaburi ki teng ka paimang ko ba ong mai kala long kumbaburi kini ki yuta Yep, ka privilege mo long kadi ka school na benta ki ba long needy tamba ki ai ki khun ki bala long kam he kam hai. So kam long kam bahar mo long la sna kar pang ya kata ka yu ka school ban ai ki ba long needy te fin ai li yu ki ba kam long privilege kata ka. Te ka message nanga ta ka long bit bahkan yu ka sarkar kan pet bahaswa kini ki ba yu because most of the time we talk about equality there's no equality here at this point. Tang katahin.
Ta kublai shi bun itan kublai shi bun. Leban karmo plang.
Te kubor ko an ai make pa mo. Kalong well firstly they pet mo like parents but their children ka don bit a generational gap ta. Te sakwe di bandan kajing stu kan. Mo as parents you have to understand can like by your child maybe processes things differently. And as children also but you have to understand that your parent you know ki ba kile make pa pi kile na banajing bhajong pi kile na jing et ta mo ki make pa pi la ya ling ba bun ki ham su thu ken te it's because of that kan ba ki kwa ba fin you know ba fin ngop ha ki ba sneo ki kwa ba pha bi pi te fi like kung ki khna also have ai lat hi you know kung ki kon ti have ai lat ki make pa ban le ka kam make pa ken and kung make pa ru ki di ban su thu lang ken ya ki kon ba ka adan ka gap but borang the main way ba like you by la ban get rid of this gap kan mo ba khanang ba there'll be no say misunderstanding mo happening make pa ba ikon kadi ba hayo shong ya kren ya stoken mo isto yung mot lang boro kan ha te dei bo ong pa tai khna mo khna school ai ni khna anyone youth especially kadi ba definitely, you cannot expect anything easy in life, and your mindset is very important. You need to have a positive mindset. It helps. Always be grateful for what you have. I mean, a lot of people they think they don't have what you have. You know, a lot of people might not say, "Bun can I walk out and school? Give me a lot." A lot of people you to a lot along. You know. Ai ngộ kiến mo di ben song ngua ha ken ta and la da phi ole le ben hikai se kiwei nai you know nai khang ngai la di ban you I bet like as much if you can teach others you can help others also long always do it always try to spread positivity you know throughout because you never know that like your one act of kindness can really change someone's life ken mo and when it comes to the government I feel like we can definitely take more initiative ken mo towards like mentasnya entrepreneurship if we really want to tackle unemployment then the government taking more initiative towards entrepreneurship they already have more klashim bon haki initiative more ban tackle unemployment I promote entrepreneurship there in our state I just wanted to focus more on that and like reach out to areas also where like come chnong kondong the few pinwan ra lat ski ta IK schemes IK to ki more initiative te kala kin man ai la ki we ki ba kham you know kham do kham sok ne kham bam yo ta ba ki ki la ban yo ai kalat khang ba kala ban roi lang ken baro kum kari ka lawi baro ku ngi la ban roi lang ta ang tai ko nong la ta
Te kublai shi bun ye kini ki sau ngut ki khna samla ki bangada kamen sha bandan dengkat hakum kani ka por ka bangio I ba kani ka ri jongi ka yat kumnu ka le air ka tulun ka be sha ite ka le air ka be sha te ngiyo ban kren halor umdai tang ya ka tu ka nit ngiyo ban pedru ha ai ka puli puthi ki dangdan ki jing ko pi pila ban pila ya batai la jong ka khana ka jong ka experience ka ba pila ngat shimet pila yo ban ai lang yang ni bat ru kumju ya ka jing bam yo kam yo jam pi kitu ki khubor ki jong pi ki long kum ki maulan nai te sai shi sen na ni Rynsan jong forefront media manga Christopher Gatfo bat kini ki kun samla ngai khublei shai ki dong pet man kapor khublei shi bon sai sin